on the stone beaches again. Doubtless we're after flatfish and cod, but today I'm going to change things a little bit, and we're going to be using fish baits as well as lugworm, because you know a lot of you might be thinking, why doesn't he use some other type of bait? So let's give it a go. So we're going to use cocktails. We're going to use lug, mackerel, and maybe garfish as well. Whoop. So that's it. I'll be tipping these off with either garfish or mackerel. And if there is some turbot around, they'll have no problem munching that down. If there's some cod around, well, they'll have no problem either. The rigs today are going to be Wessex rig, pulley pad and Oster. But we're not using small hooks today. Well, probably not anyway. We're going to be using 2 O's with hairs. You know the way it goes. For the new birds, I'll run through the hairs as well as usual. I found some more bait at the bottom of my freezer, which is really nice. Otherwise there wouldn't be a video today. So we've got 30 more worms, and we got a bit of mackerel, and we got a garfish. So we give it a shot anyway. Quite foggy today. Yeah, it's quite foggy today. And yeah, could be good. It's definitely not going to be bad. It won't have an adverse effect on fishing anyway, that's for sure. So it can only be good. Whether or not I catch it or not, that's another story. So we get this rig baited up and lashed out, and we see what's going on. Right there, they're 2 O's, Demon Circles, Mustad. Or if it's not that, it's Mustad Ultra Point Circles. Anyway, circle hooks, doesn't matter what you use, as long as they're sharp and strong. So for the newbers, if you're going to use this system I developed with the hairs, there's the hair there. Oh Jesus, rhyming. It's just a piece of 100-pound braid and another hook. That's it. There is a video on it earlier on my channel. I won't put a link in because I don't know how to do that. Anyway, so yeah, I think I was making hairs for circles, it was called, or something. There's only a few of them. They're at the beginning of the channel. So, or if you've got any questions, just ask in the comments. So here's the tipping bait I'm going to use. It's just a little piece of belly meat of mackerel. So I'm just going to whip a little piece on the end there, just to hold, just for the place for the hook to go through. You just put it on the hook there, and then that goes through the elastic, and you're done. That's it there. Get that little bit. Yeah. I'm using big hooks because there's only small flatfish around this time of the year usually anyway, in an attempt to keep them off the bait anyway, off the hook, so I'm not constantly winding them in. You know, there might be one out there, there might be a turbot, there might be a cod. The only real round fish we get around here is cod. You get the occasional schoolie, but that's a very rare thing. That's it. Oh yeah, and weaver fish, which are really tasty. I actually like catching them. They get quite big here, up to 40 centimeters, 45 centimeters is my best weaver here. That's pretty big for a weaver fish. So we just run through the rig. That's the floating bead there. Don't know why I have it on it. It's not tethered or anything. It's just to move around, so entice the fish. It doesn't lift the bait in any way. And so my bling is actually on the rig body itself, so the fish can see it. Got a couple of stop knots there to hold it up and stuff like that. That's it. And then this is the pulley pad and Oster. So it's just so the two baits can be brought down to the hook itself, or to the lead weight itself. Maximise distance, get that bait in behind the lead weight, and also it extends and it gives you more fishing. Hey, the more area your rig covers, the better your chances, right? So we get this lashed out now. This is a strange beach. There's always a lot going on wave-wise, no matter what. It's very strange. Fishing in a northerly sea facing Norway is called a Scandinavia. And it's not particularly deep. There's not much water around here anywhere you go. But I think there's currents between the North Sea and the Scandinavia here. And I think that's what causes these waves and stuff, and also the fish to be here as well. Yeah, first cast. Just gonna go for the front of the second sandbank, so it's about 100 meters. So. That was a pretty stiff cast. It was a bit stiff, but it went where I wanted it to anyway, so that's what counts. Some people might be wondering about the rods. SK4, they're bought in 96 or 2006 or 2007. I can't really remember. They were Sonic's, one of their first rods, so kind of their flagship one. So it's actually really good. I think I bought it for 130 quid originally. They're really good rods, really nice, but doubtless you can't get them anymore, so it doesn't really matter. And the reels, yeah, don't need to say anymore. So I do is the Meg 525, the old one, brilliant, fantastic. If I could only have one reel ever to fish with, I'd have to choose that one. I'd have to choose the Meg 525, the old one. I'd have to choose it because it could pretty much do everything, pretty much, you know. That's it, you know, pretty much, apart from when you get into those giant fish. Well, that doesn't happen too often. So right, this is the second rig, same hooks, 2 old demon circles. Actually, that's the 3-0, we won't go into it. And this is the Wessex. So it's like, it's a running ledger. And my one differs from others because the top is a pulley. So it's like a pulley and a pulley. That's basically it. So I can clip it down a bit better. So it's a clip down Wessex. It's good because you got one on the floor and one up above. So they are a nightmare if the sea is not fairly decently calm. So these are all scratching rigs I use. For the beginners, scratching rigs are rigs that can be moved about the place and yeah, search out fish when times are hard. Generally done with small hooks, like size 1s, size 2s, stuff like that, 1-0. But everybody to their own, as I say. I'm trying to, yeah, get rid of the little dinkers, little dinky flounder I've been catching recently, and so the hooks are a bit bigger, and also, yeah, I want to catch a codling or a turbot, so I'm going to put fish bait on it as well. So get this clip down. So the tide's flooding now. The lines have moved around to the right because the tide goes that way here. So I'm gonna do something here I haven't tried before ever. Is to see what temperature that water is. It's the middle of January. Let's just see. 24th. No, actually, it's coming up to the end of January. So let's see what the water temperature is. That's the air temperature. Just stick it in here for a while and see what the water temperature is. So that's it there. 5.2. So Yeah, it's moved. It's about 5 degrees anyway, so yeah, that's perfect for me anyway. So both rods have found themselves a place to rest. We'll take in the right hand rod and we'll see if there's anything on it. It's been out there 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so, so we give it a lash, see how we get on. I'll know straight away if there's a fish on it or not, so I'll just move it a little bit if it's not. That's the beauty of cone leads. I haven't seen a bite, but with the swell and everything else, the rods are just hopping up and down, so seeing a bite would be a rare old treat in itself. No, there's nothing on that. And it feels like there's gravel there, so I'm just going to move it a little bit till I feel something. Oh, there's something there. So I'll just stop it there. I'm on the inside of a bank, if you know what I mean, or the outside of a bank coming up the hill right now, so I'm just going to leave it there, see if there's a fish there. Definitely one of the pluses with braid over mono is being able to be in touch with the sea floor and feel what's going on. You can feel what's going on there. You can feel whether it's sand, you can feel whether it's gravel, you can feel if you're coming up one end of a bank or down the other. You can feel it a lot more than you can with mono, so it has really great advantages in that type of way, for sure, especially on multipliers. Of course it'd be the same with a fixed spool, but a fixed spool, a multiplier will do something a fixed spool won't. It can extend your distance. I mean, if you're maxed out with a fixed spool, that's all you're going to get out of it. You can put on more weight or smaller baits, but that's it. That's the only way you're going to change your distance. If you're already putting into it is everything you've got, so multipliers have that advantage over fixed spools. The fact that you can extend their range with the brakes. It's the end of January, and for shore angling, I don't know any place, maybe Australia where it might be good, but here it's not good. Definitely not. Nowhere else I know. January is always bleak. Bleak everywhere. The weather's bleak, the fishing's bleak, everything's bleak. The crack is the left hand rod has moved over to the right hand side because I crossed it in the last cast. So I'm going to take that in now and see if there's a fish on it, because it needs the bait change. It's been out there half an hour now, so it's definitely washed out. So. Nah, nothing on it. Little tip now for the beginners, I suppose. If you get knots in your line like this, they can be quite hard to get untied, because you got man fingers and no nails and crap like that. So what I like to do is get like a bait needle and just put it in the hole there, just open it up, then you can get a hold of it and open it. You can see what I mean. Then once you got it open, you can just stretch it like that and hold on to one side and then untangle it. Let's see how much we can get out of a South African cast. Take these brakes nearly all the way off. Wind the leader on. Get your drop. There's mine there anyway, a little bit more maybe. Check it. Everything's good. Yeah, so it's high water now, and I think I have a fish on the left rod. Pretty hard to tell with all the ways, but I'm pretty sure I got a fish on the left rod. Big hooks, small fish. We give him time. Right, we'll give it. We'll get the left rod and I'll talk. See if we got a fish. I wish we had a fish. We might have a fish. What have we got? Pretty sure we got one. Yep, little tiny flounder. Yeah, oh well. Well, it's better than nothing. Just got great eyes, man. There he is there. It's funky eyes. Yeah. Put him in the bucket. He's on the hook a little bit. Not more than 10 seconds or so. We'll put him in there for a minute. He looks like he's alright to me. But we give him a minute anyway. Seems to be the kind of way it is. Like now, like I said, the juveniles are moving in, the adults have moved off to spawn. I think. Well, actually, that one's big enough to spawn, I'd say. But there's no big fish. There's no big flatfish around at the moment, anyway. So let's go, my fishy friends. Well, it's a start. That's for sure. We'll see what's on the next rod. Hopefully something a bit bigger. Maybe they're on the bite now. Actually, there might be a fish on. Boo! Do an old South African cast for the bulls. So the rods are baited up. Back at it again. So now we're after height and the tide's falling now, and now we're getting some bites. So there's definitely a fish on the left rod. I'm going to give the right rod a wee tweaking to see if I can get any interest on it. Or maybe there's already a fish on it and there isn't. But the movement might provoke a bite though. So I'm going to take in the right rod. Yeah, right one. And yeah, see what we got going on. See if we can get one this time. Things are getting very greasy around here with the mist and everything. So we're going to take in the left rod and rebait it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's ridiculously light. There's probably another flounder on it again. The state of it. This is definitely the smallest flounder I've ever caught. Oh shit. Tiny. Another one on the hair. So small they can only get on the hair. This one is actually a mix. Over here they get a type of fish. It's half flounder and half place. And if you look on the bottom there, you see the iridescence of it. This is a mix between a place and a flounder. Sometimes they have one or the other characteristic, but this one's definitely a mix. They call them leps. So you put them in the bucket, let them recover. So that's 2 flounderies. So I'm just going to lob this one out and see if it makes a difference to my day. It's about the only thing I haven't tried tonight. So now we're going to release your man there. So to get a bit of water. Bloop. There it goes. So we're going to bring in the right rod. See if there's a fishy on it. This one has not produced at all today, and it still isn't. Be nice if there was a fish on it. This being a fishing channel. Yeah, I think we have got something. Yeah, we do. We do. We got a fish. What kind of fish have we got? We got a dab. Yeah. Nice. There he is there. 27, 28 centimeters. Still hasn't spawned yet. So we're going to do the old icky thing with it. So I'm going to take the brakes off and go for gold. That'll do. So yeah, last rod. Let's see what we got. Double shot of salmon would be really appreciated. It's empty, I think. Ah well, you know, what can you do? So, predictably, not a thing. Well anyway, there's less fish to clean. So that's it now, fish heads. That's 2 flounder and a dab. I'm Billy, this is Billy Fishing. This is Billy going home. Thanks for watching. And remember, brothers and sisters, I'll see you on the beach. Bye.